I thought you said okay. Women's national championship. Of course, we got the women. UConn. Shout out to UConn. Shout out to Paige Beckers, man. She secures her first national championship with a dominating win. UConn with a dominating win over South Carolina, 82-59.
Woo!
Joe, I know I have a couple things to say about this one too, but UConn dominating the entire national, or the I'm gonna say the entire, but yeah, the entire national championship, but the entire bracket this year. What are your thoughts on UConn securing the national championship?
Now I know you're gonna highlight some other players that we talked
Mm-hmm.
about pregame. I said pregame, pre-show. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna leave that to you. All right, but I want to talk more about Paige Packers. Right. So Paige, there's been talks since the championship about where does she ranks amongst the other UConn legends in women's history. Right. And I got her top three. I think Breonna Stewart is number one. I think Maya
Mm-hmm.
Moore is number two. Pound for pound, though, who I think is the best player is Maya Moore. But Paige is up there, man. Like I think Paige top three over Diana Taurasi, over Sue Bird, over Nafisa College, Nafisa, right? So her journey is so motivational.
Yeah.
She came in as a freshman, number one player over Angel Reese, over Kaden Clark, came in the same class as them. She comes in and she wins Player of the Year her freshman year. The only player to ever do that in women's history. She did it. A lot of women came across this college world and never done that. Juju is like that, and she didn't do it. So Kaden Clark was like that. They came in the same year. She outdid her in her freshman year. But then the next year, she gets hurt. Only played 13 games. So she gets hurt and then she comes back, you know what I mean? And she gets hurt again and she comes back and takes them to the final four. They end up losing. Then she gets hurt playing a pickup game and she out for the year. That's crazy. She comes back, have another great season. Now when she comes back, Caitlin Clark is the talk of the town now. She the talk. This is last year. She the talk of the town. Everybody forgot about Paige now. She comes back. She gets to the final four again. Lose to Caitlin Clark. Coming down to the wire. It was a controversial uh, um, um, foul call on the screener, and that was a lot of talk. And then she come back this year and straight dominates. I mean, she dominated. We talking about a 30-point game in the tournament, 40-point game in the tournament, and she just capped off a terrific career. And to show you how great this moment was for the UConn team. Like she was barely scoring in the first half, and it was dominating South Carolina. So I gotta give a shout out to Gino too, the head coach, had on young ladies prepared. And why I want to talk about Paige because this is in an NIL era. See,
Mm-hmm.
those other UConn players, they were stacked. They played with some stacked teams. We're talking about all American high school players all coming to UConn together. Like they were stacked. This team wasn't. They're good. I don't want to undermine their team, but the talent is more spread out because of NIL. Same thing with men's basketball too. So that's why it's more impressive what she did versus I don't say more. It's very impressive. National championship winner. This is her accolades. AP Player of the Year, Naismith College Player of the Year, three-time first team All-American, three-time Big East Player of the Year, Big East Freshman of the Year, three-time Big East Tournament Player of the Year, right? And third all-time scorer in NCAA tournament history. She averaged the most points in UConn, women's UConn in history, averaged the most points per game. And she's second in total points behind Maya Moore. And the only reason why she's second because she got hurt and only played 13 games her second year. And as you notice, three time, because she wasn't really eligible for the other one because she only played 13 games. So she had a goated college run. Obviously, she only got one natty, but we talking about individually, she's goated. And then lastly, her walking out the court, not gonna lie, AJ. When she walked out that court,
Mm.
and she goes, I almost should have tell myself.
Yeah, man.
I like Paige. Hey, for those who know me, hey, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. That's who I praise. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I love sports. I love my wife. I love my family. But He comes first. And I remember last year when she got to the Final Four and she did her interview. Go back and watch it if you didn't watch it. Her post game interview right after the game, man, she gave him all the praise, all the praise. And then right there was like, man, I was a fan, but I'm really a fan now. So shout out to Paige. Shout out to UConn. They dominated. They deserved it. But we all know who coming next.
Hey man,
JJ.
wait,
Oh,
say that again.
JJ Juju.
Oh yeah, Juju, of course, of course, of course. And I still say I wish we just saw that matchup. I still say I wish we would have saw that matchup. But what I want to say is, ditto to what you just said, bro. Anybody who comes out and gives God the glory for what they've accomplished, what they've been able to do, I think that's what He puts us in position to do. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
I bless you with these abilities to step in front of the camera, to go and be an athlete, to go and be an actor, to go and do whatever it is that you're great at. When you give me the glory, that's all I ask for. You know what I'm saying? Just let everybody know how you got here. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody know I blessed you with these abilities, and I'm the reason why all of this happened. You know what I'm saying? So ditto what you said. Shout out to guys like CJ Stroud. Shout out to guys like JD5. JD5. Shout out to guys like Paige who don't shy away from, hey, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ is the reason why all of this happened, bro. So we agree on that. Joe, 103 to 34. 91 to 57, 82 to 59, 78 to 64. A little closer, 85 to 51, 82 to 59. Joe, these girls, they dominated. It was never really close. The closest game was against USC.
Without Juju.
Without Juju, bro. The closest game was against USC without Juju, and it took a 31-point game from Paige Beckers to get that win. That's why I say, number one, they dominated, but I would have loved to have seen. I think she might have went home if Juju was healthy, bro. I don't know, bro. It's crazy to say because of how they dominated the rest of the tournament, and it's like they needed that. It's like they needed that close game to kind of refocus because they came out and they dominated USC and they dominated South Carolina. But it's like if there was a game now, maybe they're more up for that game if Juju plays too. You got to think about that aspect of it too. Maybe they looked at them like, all right, they down Juju, they're not gonna be the same. And then they came out balling. It's like, oh snap, like it's actually a game. You know what I'm saying? But for that to be the closest game to me, it's crazy. But they dominated the entire tournament. And like I said, you talked about Paige Beckers, man. But the others, bro, man, Sarah Strong, she a problem, bro.
Freshman.
And she balled out not only against South Carolina, but against USC as well. I mean, 24 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 assists against South Carolina. She's a big part of the reason why they were up like that, even without Paige going crazy, right? 22, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists against USC, right? In the Final Four game. And then you got Fudd, who is a bucket. 24 points, 5 rebounds, 3 steals. Also, what I like about her, bro, Ozzie Fudd, my bad if I'm pronouncing that wrong. She is a defensive ace, bro. She gonna get them steals.
Yeah.
Even in the first game of the tournament, she had 6 steals, bro, and 2 blocks. Now, granted, the first game, play like this 16 seed. We get all that. But to go out there and have 6 steals and 2 blocks, bro, she a problem. She gonna jump them passing lanes. She gonna pick your pockets. She gonna finish at the rim. You know what I mean? She gonna shoot from the outside. She gonna set hard screens. Like the thing I like about UConn is Paige Beckers that's who draws you to the screen. Like, all right, we gonna see what Paige gonna do. National championship, we gonna see what Paige gonna do. And then you tune in to see Paige, and you see Sarah going crazy, and you see Fudd going crazy, and it's like, yo, they got a squad. Like it ain't like, oh my gosh, like, but they got a team, bro. If Paige is having an off night, they can step up and ball out, man. Like the rest of the team can carry it away. So we saw Paige throughout the tournament, 34 points, 31 points, 40 points. She doing her thing. But when she's not having a great day, or maybe defenses is game planning for her, throwing a different zone look at her, a different defender on her that's making it tough, double teams at her, whatever the case may be, and she got to come off that ball, you got other girls out there making plays, bro. So shout out to UConn. I picked them. Now, this is the bracket I got right. Okay, I got this one right. If y'all watch the preview, if y'all watch my predictions, not preview, if y'all watch my predictions, you know what I'm saying, that I dropped right before the weekend, I told y'all how this was going to go. We was going to see South Carolina, and we was going to see UConn, and UConn was going to come away with the dub, and I got that right. I did say Paige is the engine that makes them go, and she is. But you got to give a shout out to Strong and Fudd, man. They went crazy in them last 2 games and really helped secure that championship. So I'm happy for them all, and Well deserved, man. When you dominate like that, what can you say? What can you say?
Yeah, man, like Paige, but like Fudge, oof, she was looking like Kyrie Irving out there.
Man.
She was getting angles. And strong, she can do everything. And she got size too, you know, and she a freshman. So she gonna turn up when she gonna take over this team when Paige is gone. But one thing I like about Paige is that you watch Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark reminds me of obviously we say Steph Curry.
Mm-hmm.
Steph Curry shooting with Steve Nash passing ability. So she's more like a true pure point guard who can shoot. Paige is like a full package. Like
Mm.
she can do everything. Like and Kayla's not a great defender. Paige is a great defender. Paige can rebound. Paige can assist. Paige could play within the offense. Paige could play with the ball in her hand. Like she could play in a system. Like she can do. Like, she just a complete player in my opinion. That's why I'm excited to see her in college. See her in WBA. She will be the number one overall pick. She can be playing with Enrique, right? Enrique and
Mm.
they got a number one overall pick. So and then she can play with her because, like I said, she can play all ball. Like she don't need the
Yeah.
ball in her hands to be effective. So women's basketball, man, it's turned up. But like we said, Juju up next.
Juju a problem.
She
We
here
know
now
that.
for real. You know, ain't
She
no next.
what?
I say ain't no next. She actually here now. She is a player of the year. I mean,
Yeah.
she a problem.